You know, Edmonton proudly calls itself a winter city, and I know that you guys are experts at finding ways to embrace and celebrate our winter. And so I've invited another winter expert today, and this is Natalie, and she's from the John Jansen Nature Center. And Natalie, can you tell us a little bit about how your team gets Edmontonians engaged with nature in the winter?
Yeah, so at the John Jansen Nature Center, we're open all winter, and several days a week we have interpreters like me on at the Nature Center, and we have different kinds of drop-in programming going on, so you can learn about all sorts of different things that we have going on. We're nestled right in the river valley, so we have lots of nature. We see lots of chickadees and other cool stuff down there, stuff like coyotes, and we always have cool artifacts and things for kids to touch. And so there's always lots of stuff to see, and we love getting outside and figuring out what kind of nature is right here in our city.
Can I see the coyote?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
It's a coyote tail.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Furry, eh?
Yeah.
That's how they stay warm.
Yes, exactly.
So does the John Jansen Nature Center sound like a cool way to learn about nature?
Yes.
I think so too. I love taking my son and daughter down. So I'd like to read you a book now that will teach us a little bit about nature and winter and survival. And let's find out what wolf birds are. And you guys are going to help out with some sound effects, right? Cool. Deep in the wild winter wood, when the snow falls and the icy winds blow, two hungry ravens huddle in wait for their next meal. When the sun breaks through, the two birds dig for caches lost under the fresh white flakes. They search low and they search high until they hear a familiar sound, the sound of hungry wolves. Past the forest line and up over the snow, four wolves are on the hunt. But just when their meal is within reach, their luck takes a tumbling turn. Three wolves must say goodbye and continue their search for food. They travel to a high place and see how winter stretches wide. They sniff the chilly air and inspect the cold ground below. Then they hear a familiar sound. The sound of hungry ravens. Two birds dip their wings and cry out, and three wolves follow. Between aspen trunks, stripped cold and bare, a starving deer favors an injured leg. Out creep the wolves to begin their next chase. In the wild winter wood, one animal's life helps many others live. From strongest to smallest, everyone feasts in turn, filling bellies and beaks, resting, playing, caching treats, stretching, then turning toward home, trundling over a snowy hill, down to a warm den, gliding through the treetops, up to a high nest. Deep in the wild winter wood, where the wolves and ravens hunt, the starving wait for spring's return has finally come to an end. So the author's note tells us that ravens are called wolf birds because of the special relationship that they have shared with wolves for thousands and thousands of years. And both scientists and indigenous hunters noticed how ravens seem to signal the wolves when there is easy prey nearby. The wolves do the hard work, and the ravens share the meal.
This is a special kind of animal relationship called mutualism, when both the wolf and the raven benefit.
So there are many benefits for us to being in a winter city. And whether you're outside exploring nature or attending a festival or just having fun, I hope that you each make the most of our wonderful winter season. We've got a book for each of you to take home too, and it's Edmonton's Winter Excitement Guide. And we've got one here for each of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have fun outside.